Welcome to Becoming Better Together in Business and Mindset. I'm your host, Brie. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, if you tuned in for last episode, we are talking about money mindset and how to become a magnet for more money instead of being a repellent against it. And no matter where you're starting right now in your money mindset, there's always room for improvement. There's always room to really understand where you're starting, where you want to go, and figure out if there's ways to get there faster. And so that's really what I want to dive into part 2 of the money mindset. And we're going to use 4 steps today, a 4-step system that you can use over and over and over when it comes to any kind of mindset blocks, but especially when it comes to your own money mindset. And so if you use these 4 steps, we can literally unseat our subconscious, become the conscious mind, use our conscious thoughts to rewire our mindset completely around money. And so that we can literally become those magnets in everything that we do. In our money mindset, in our money attraction, in the way that we ask for sales, in the way that we get clients, in the way that we live our everyday life through a certain mindset lens. If we can learn where our limitations, our limiting beliefs really sit in the subconscious, and we can rewire them over time, we can replace them with new beliefs. We can heal that money mindset. And so no longer will you repel opportunities and money and new investments. No longer will you repel them, but we can replace those thoughts and you can literally become the magnet. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to walk you through these 4 steps. And again, you can use this for all kinds of areas in your life, not just money, but anytime you face a limiting belief, you can smash it. You can get rid of it by using this system. All right, let's get started. So the first thing, again, we need to know where we're starting. We need to know what these beliefs even are, so that we can do something about them. So that is step 1. And we already talked about this last episode. You need to know, where are you starting with your money mindset? It's the "you are here" dot on a map. If you don't know where you're beginning, we have no idea how to get to a destination. It's like trying to drive from Ohio to Texas, but you have no idea you're in Ohio. And so you get in your car and you're like, I'm going to go to Texas, right? I'm going to make my $1 million, but what's in my bank account right now? How close am I? And if you really don't know where those beliefs are, where your limitations are, where your blocks are, you have no idea where you're starting, you are never going to get to Texas. You're never going to get to the $1 million. You're never going to get to whatever that dream is that you have about money. So, step 1, know where your limiting beliefs show up. And anytime you hear one, anytime you write one down, anytime you say one, I need you to write it down and have that moment of awareness. Every time you are aware of a thought and you turn the conscious thinking on, sometimes the things come through to from our subconscious first. And so, a little background about your subconscious really quick. Between ages 0 and 6 years old, we are informational sponges. We really are. We don't have an analytical filter yet. We don't have our analytical mind even formed. It hasn't been developed. And so when we hear things like, money doesn't grow on trees, you need to go to a good school and get a good job to make good money, you're expensive as a child, we can't afford this, people with money are evil. If you've heard any of these things as a child, we internalize it immediately and it becomes fact. It becomes true. It becomes a belief in ourselves. And even if you are 45 years old today and you are like, no, I have a pretty good money mindset, I bet at some point a negative money thought is going to come into your brain today. And you're going to finally sit back and go, wow, she's right. And you build that awareness. So anytime we have these negative thoughts, they can come in from anywhere. You drive by some beautiful mansion, and instead of being like, wow, look at the economy that it took. Think of how many jobs this created to build this house. The window person, the landscaper, the contractor, every single person that touched construction in this house, building this big, beautiful, abundant, amazing mansion, created an entire economy, and families got fed to create this beautiful house. Most of us aren't going to look through that lens when we drive past the mansion. A lot of times, and growing up, it was, I wonder what they do. What did they do to afford that? Or what family gave them that money, right? How did they inherit this money? Maybe they were a trust fund baby. And so we have these negative thoughts. Whether we think we have a wonderful relationship with money, sometimes we just can't help ourselves because it's coming through that subconscious place that most of the time we are not aware of. And so in our everyday and our normal thoughts, only 10% or less is a conscious thought that you are in control of. A lot of the time, our subconscious, and some of that was developed between those ages 0 through 6, they are driving the bus and we are a passenger. The thing about being on the bus is going to keep driving and it's going to arrive somewhere, but we don't have to pay attention when we're not the driver. And so our subconscious is actually the driver for most of our lives. We are the conscious passenger that can occasionally look our heads up and say, oh wait, where are we headed? I don't like this. And we can give the driver new directions. That's what this activity is going to give you today. Going through these 4 steps, we are going to unseat the subconscious over time by first step 1, being aware of where the limitations show up, writing them down and taking a pause to say, yes, okay, this is a belief that comes through. Yes, this is also a limitation. All right, step 1, know your limitations and write them down. So if you drive past that mansion and you have the thought of, ugh, who needs something that big? That's a limitation right there, and you write that down. All right, the second step, we're gonna now challenge this belief. We're gonna ask ourselves questions about this belief. So if your belief is, there isn't enough money to go around, okay, I'm gonna write that belief down for step 1. Step 2, I'm gonna challenge this. I'm gonna investigate it. I'm gonna put my Sherlock Holmes hat on and figure out, why do I believe this? Where did it come from? And is it true? That's the most important part here. Is this belief actually true, or could I find a new truth? And so if we have the belief there isn't enough money to go around, okay, hold on, let's challenge that now. Is there enough money to go around? I bet you can find all the places that there absolutely is. If the money was distributed in the right way, think about if you and all of your best friends had all of the money in the world. Could you use it? And could it be enough to go around to everybody, to feed the hungry, to house the homeless, to help everybody with whatever deficiency or need that they need? Is there truly enough money to go around? The answer is yes, there is. Maybe we're just not using it the right way. And so we need to, again, rework that belief. Okay, another belief maybe that's coming through to you is, I have to give something up in order to get more money. I can't be a good parent and a great business owner. It's really hard to get money. These are all limitations. Write them down if they show up for you. And so if you think I have to work really hard, I have to give up a lot of time in order to get money, write that belief down. And now let's work through this system, right? I have to work really hard in exchange for money. Step 2, let's ask questions. Is that actually true? Can I find people that I have seen in my life that don't work that hard and they make great money? Is that true? Absolutely. There's a ton of people that are able to do this. Maybe they worked hard for a period and then life gets opened up. Maybe this is what you're after when it comes to your own financial freedom, your job freedom. Maybe that's why you're in business, to grow something for yourself. Will it take some hard work? Of course. Everything takes effort. But does it have to be, that is my truth? I have to work really hard and I can't have everything else. I can't have it all at once. That's not true at all. We can have it all at once. And so the key here is, let's start asking ourselves, ask questions about, why is this actually false? Okay? Why is this actually false? I can have it all. I can do it all. I don't have to give something up. Sacrifice doesn't have to equal money. We can have money and also do the things we enjoy and have a life. All right? Ask yourself questions so that you can call your own BS when you hear those thoughts, and you can walk yourself out of it. Step 3 then, I want you to get yourself in those questions to a place that you can replace that old truth of, I need to work really hard to get money and I have to sacrifice along the way, with a new empowering truth, which is, I can find a way to have everything at once, to have a ton of money, but also have time with my family, and also have freedom, and also enjoy what I'm doing. I can find a way to do this. I can make making money fun. Tell me that truth is not so much more empowering than, there isn't enough to go around and I have to sacrifice a lot to get there. It's way more empowering. And so step 3 is replace the old truth from step 2. After you've done some questioning, you've done some rationalizing to be like, yep, that's an excuse I've been giving myself and it's totally BS. Replace it with a new empowering truth. That's your new affirmation, okay? Step 4 then, write it down. Write your new truth down, and I want you to say it out loud. I want you to say it. I want you to feel it. I want you to visualize it. I want you to believe it. Because the beauty of this 4-step system is if we ask ourselves questions, our brains are like Google and it's going to spit out an answer. And if we don't like the answer, we can ask it a better question. And once we have done the problem solving to arrive at an answer that you like now, an answer that makes sense to you, you have actually done the hard work. You've done the hard work and your brain has formed a new neural connection that now makes logical sense, but now you can attach an emotion to it in an empowering way. Instead of money has to be evil, money can be so good. And because you've walked yourself through these questions, you have led the witness essentially. Think about it like an attorney. You want to lead yourself as the witness to an answer that's going to serve you more, that's going to serve you now, today, and into the future instead of being led by the past. Lead yourself as a witness through these questions, unwrap those limitations, and serve yourself that's going to align you into the future and who you want to be, how you want to be. Okay? Use these 4 steps. So the 4th one, again, write it down, use it as a new affirmation, and then here is the key for step number 4. Repeat this day in and day out, because congratulations, you've just formed a new neural pathway. Now we need to keep paving that road. Think about your brain and your neural pathways, right? Like going through an entirely lush jungle. It's the biggest, most beautiful rainforest you've ever seen. And when we carve new paths, we literally have to take a machete and chop down the old trees that are in our way. And this is what we're doing with each of those questions and each of these new awarenesses, new routes we can take to think and actually prove to ourselves like, yes, money is good. I can do this. I can find a way. Every time we affirm that belief, we're chopping that path more, all right? And over time, we can actually pave roads over it. Not like I'm saying we want to ruin the rainforest, but we want those paths we want trees to grow over our old limiting paths. We want those to go away and we can have new growth, but we want to carve a new path that's going to serve us more. And it doesn't happen just by going through the forest once. It's never going to happen that way. We have to repeat it. We have to give ourselves a new path that's easier to go down every single day. So step 4, say it out loud, feel it, visualize it, believe it, but more than anything, repeat this every day until that path is formed. You have the new neurological pathway that becomes who you are. And so then the subconscious, this is where we unseat it, suddenly the subconscious thought of there isn't enough money, I have to work really hard to get it and I have to sacrifice. That automatic thought, that path is gone. We can replace it with the new one. And your automatic thoughts now become, I can make making money fun and I can find fulfillment while I do it, and money is good and I can use it to serve and to have as much impact as humanly possible. Suddenly, the new path is everything we've always wanted it to be, and we as a person have so many less limitations on ourselves. And so use these 4 steps. I'll go through them again really quick. Step 1, build awareness of where your limitations lie, especially when it comes to money. Write them down. Step 2, ask yourself questions to call the BS out in this. Tell me all the reasons why that is absolutely false. Ask yourself questions so that it logically makes sense to you to arrive at a new answer that is empowering. 3, replace the old truth with this new empowering truth. Write it down as a statement that is now a truth. So instead of, again, I don't have enough money, I'll never have enough money. I do have enough. I make making money fun. I will always be in abundance. That is so much more empowering as a belief that you truly live. It's going to open up so many opportunities in your life. And then step 4, rinse and repeat. Repeat this over and over and over. Carve through the forest of your brain, carve the new neural pathways and watch over time, again, as your beliefs get replaced. And suddenly, life is easier. You're empowered more. You're looking for opportunities. You're not really looking for problems anymore. Your excuses are gone. You can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. So that's what I've got for you today. Find those money beliefs. Carve a new path for yourself. Use this system. You can use this in so many places in your life. Use this as a gift to you. If you take the time for yourself, write this down, journal it out. You will be so grateful that you've spent the time on yourself afterwards. Just like money, our time is also an investment. How are you spending it? If it's not on yourself, this is your gift. This is your opportunity today. Take some time to spend it on who you truly want to be and spend it how you truly want to be. All right? Use this time wisely. It is yours today. That's what I got for you. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if this really helps you and you start to use this for your limiting beliefs as you smash these limiting beliefs, as you learn to replace them and you carve these new neural pathways. Please share your wins with me on social media. I love to see mindset work actually have real life examples all the time, where I love when I get those messages in my inbox. Brie, I listened to your video. I tried this. Oh my gosh, it worked. Oh my gosh, I got this client. Oh my gosh, my confidence is up here. I love your mindset wins. So please share them with me on Instagram or on Facebook. I'm honestly a little more active on Facebook than Instagram, but you can find me at either place. So at Brie Willits, please share your mindset wins with me as you do this work. I love it. I'm here for it all day. That's what I got. Thank you so much. I will see you next time.